In this video, we want to help you navigate the ETSU Parking Services system to request a visitor or temporary parking permit. Before getting started, please note all vehicles parked on ETSU campuses are required to register with ETSU Parking Services and display an ETSU parking permit. Visitor parking permits are required for individuals who are not current students, faculty, or staff. Faculty, staff, and students who may have to drive a different vehicle for the day or who may have forgotten their permanent permit for the day must request a temporary parking permit. Faculty, staff, and students are limited to the number of temporary permits they are allowed to obtain within an academic year. There is also a limit to the number of permits that can be requested through the online system for all individuals. Visitor and temporary permits can be issued for no longer than 2 weeks at a time. There are several ways to request a visitor and temporary parking permit through the Parking Services office. First, you could request it at our actual physical location. You can request one online, or you can email our office to also request. Visitor and temporary parking permits may be obtained in the ETSU Parking Services office during regular business hours. The office is located at 132 Stout Drive, which is at the main University Parkway entrance to campus in front of Centennial Hall. Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. We also have our drive-through window open from 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. for temporary and visitor permits only. An ETSU student or faculty staff ID or driver's license and the vehicle license plate number is needed to request any parking permit. ETSU Parking Services also has an automated online request system for visitor and temporary parking permits. The online system is available 24 hours a day. Permits requested through the online system are emailed to the email address you provide. If you have logged in as a faculty, staff, or student, that will be your ETSU email. If you cannot find your requested permit in your email inbox, please also check your junk or spam mail folders as well. In order to access the Parking Services online automated system, please visit our Parking Services website at www.etsu.edu/fa/fs/parking. Click on the banner in the middle of our homepage to request a visitor or temporary parking permit. Faculty, staff, and students will log in on the right with your ETSU username and password. This is the username and password that you use to access computers on campus and your email. Visitors may log in as a guest on the left side of the screen. Once you have logged into the system, faculty, staff, and students may see a slightly different screen than guests will see. The next button you want to push is Request Visitor Permit. On the next screen, you will be asked to enter the license plate number and the state. This is required for all permit requests. Please enter the information for the vehicle you will be driving on campus for which the permit will be used. After entering the required information, click Continue. Fill out the remainder of the request form with all required information. Please pay close attention to the permit limit and email information listed at the top of the page. You are limited to 10 days of temporary visitor permits each academic year. Permits are sent to the email account you enter after you press the Submit Request button at the bottom of the screen. Double check your email address. In the Date Permit is Needed box, please make sure that you put the first day that you will be using the permit. In the next box, you will include how many days the permit is needed for. Be mindful of the limits listed above. Once all of the required information is included on the form, simply press the Submit Request button to move on. Once your request is successfully submitted, you will be taken back to the Start screen. An email containing your requested permit and the parking procedures will be sent to the email address you provided. Again, faculty, staff, and students may see a slightly different screen than guests who are logged into the system at this point. Once you receive your email, it will list the procedures for parking on our campus. You may open the attachment to print your visitor or temporary permit. Please fold the permit in half and display date side up on the front driver's side dash of your vehicle. Finally, you can also request a visitor or temporary parking permit through an email to our office. Visitor and temporary parking permits may also be obtained by emailing your request to parking@etsu.edu. Campus departments may also request visitor permits for visiting guests by emailing the Parking Services office on the guest's behalf. Please include all relevant information in your request, including name, E-number or driver's license number, vehicle license plate number, and the dates of the visit. Please note that limits on temporary parking permits for faculty, staff, and students still apply. There is a limit of 3 two-week permits per academic year. Faculty staff employed with the university for 6 weeks or more are required to purchase a permanent faculty staff parking permit at our office. If you are a faculty staff member or student who is having trouble with your username and password when trying to log into our system, please contact the OIT Help Desk at 423-439-4648 or email them at oithelp@etsu.edu. Thank you for viewing this video from Parking Services. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to contact us. Our office hours are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. We can be reached at 423-439-5650 or again through email at parking@etsu.edu.